Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to the daily edition of Cricket Happenings. And on this Cricket Happening show, there are three matches to be covered. So basically, it's going to be cricket match summaries. As far as India and South Africa were concerned, on the second day's play between India and South Africa at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. In fact, the Indian bowlers did a very good job to restrict the South Africans to 194 and only give South Africa a very slender lead of just 7 runs. And at close of play, India were leading by 42 runs as they scored 49 for 1. But let me tell you, this pitch is definitely on the last day is going to play truant. So South Africa are the ones who are under immense pressure according to me. But one has to wait and watch as to how the third day's play pans out tomorrow. So that is something which I'll be talking about. And for the first time, Pakistan on the tour of New Zealand stopped the winning streak of New Zealand. As you know, New Zealand were almost on to their 13th match here. But yesterday, Pakistan stopped them in their tracks and thus collected their first ever win on this New Zealand tour. And also Pakistan put up a big score on the board of 201 runs and they won the match by 48 runs. And at least Pakistan salvaged something on the tour of New Zealand. And now what they have done is the T20 series has become interesting with the final T20 yet to come on a Sunday. And that will be the decider before Pakistan leave New Zealand finally. Well, now the other match, which was a total surprise. I'm going to start off with this match, and then we will come to the other matches. And the reason I'm starting off with this is because this was unexpected. Can you believe this? Sri Lanka, who was struggling and then had one victory against Zimbabwe to get back into reckoning, where the Sri Lankans went and sat on second place. Now what they have done is, today Sri Lanka beating hosts Bangladesh by 10 wickets. And what they have done is they've pushed Zimbabwe out of the reckoning totally. And now it's been confirmed that Bangladesh and Sri Lanka will be contesting the Tri-Series final. So Sri Lanka definitely recovering in a big manner with this victory over Bangladesh, which probably gave them a lot of bonus points, which actually clinched their place in the finals. And Bangladesh are also, so Zimbabwe are out of the Tri-Series. And I'm sure they would have been shocked after seeing the result. Because what Sri Lanka did, which was unexpected, one does not know whether it was the Bangladeshi batsmen actually throwing their wickets, playing with a sort of some overconfidence, one does not know. But whatever the case may be, the Bangladesh were bowled out for 82 as they attempted some big shots, even against the bowlers like Suranga Lakmal and all. And the wickets kept on falling, and the Bangladeshis were rooted for 82. A big disappointment to the home fans, I'm sure. And Sri Lanka, what they did is that particular target of 82, they crushed it in just 11.5 overs. The openers Gunatilaka and Upul Taranga are doing immense damage to the Bangladeshi bowlers and getting the victory in under 12 overs. And that was really some great stuff coming in from the Sri Lankans. And as I said, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be contesting the final. So it does not really matter that Bangladesh lost it, but Sri Lanka have already entered the finals. So just let's talk about this game. As far as Bangladesh were concerned, they were the ones who actually batted first on this track. And it was really, as I said, the reason I was saying that probably Bangladesh were throwing their wickets away due to some overconfidence was the fact that Anamul Haq was attempting a big shot against the bowler Suranga Lakmal, who was really bowling very well at that stage, and he lost his stumps for naught. After that, the mainstays for Bangladesh, as you know, Tamim Iqbal and Shakib Al Hasan also perished quickly. Tamim Iqbal was caught by Gunatilaka of the bowling of Lakmal for 5 or 14 Ws. Shakib Al Hasan, what a splendid I would say, a splendid fielding boy, Danushka Gunatilaka, who made his presence felt in the team right away. First picked up that beautiful catch when Tamim Iqbal put the catch, and he dived and picked up the catch. But this was electric fielding by Gunatilaka. Going and running out Shakib Al Hasan was absolutely electric. and Shakib Al Hasan was run out for 8, and Mushfiqur Rahim was the highest scorer with 26 to his name of 56 balls with 1-4, but Mushfiqur Rahim could not get support and could get no support from the other end. As Mahmudullah continued his poor form in the series, he was claimed for 7 by Lakmal. Sabir Rahman left for 10 of 12 balls, 2 fours. Abu Hassan was out for 7 of as many balls with 1-4. Nasir Hussain was out for 3. Again, Nasir Hussain also not contributing in the tri-series. Mustafa Murtaza was bowled by Sandakan for 1. Mustafizur was not out on 1. Rubail Hussain was out for Sandakan for 0. And Bangladesh probably, one does not know what was the real cause of their batting. Like probably one felt that they were throwing their wickets away and they were bowled out for 82. Red hot Bangladesh, as I said, were absolutely skimmed meat today for the Sri Lankans. Lakmal 7 overs, 1 made and 21 runs and 3 wickets, bowled splendidly and picked up the man of the match award. Chamira 5 overs, 1 made and 2 for 6. Tisra Pereira 6 overs, 2 for 27, and Sandakan bowled 6 overs, 2 for 24. Now Sri Lanka, as I said, they had a target of 83, and one was probably thinking whether Bangladesh can do something out of the ordinary here and really show what they're capable of. But Gunatilaka and Taranga absolutely crushed the Bangladesh hopes by getting set from the word go. They started hitting from the word go. You can look at the bowling figures, which will really tell you as to what an aggressive approach the openers Gunatilaka and Taranga adopted. Especially Gunatilaka hit 2 good sixes. I thought it was Mustafizur Rahman who he slammed in for 6s, and also Upul Taranga also doing a fine job there, and this was some splendid 6s which was hit by both Gunatilaka and Taranga. Mustafa Murtaza 2 overs for 15, Abu Hassan 4 overs 25, Nasir Hussain 3 overs none for 19, Mustafizur Rahman bowled 1.5 overs, crashed for 14, Shakib Al Hasan 1 over for 10 runs, Gunatilaka was not out on 35 as many balls, 3 fours and 2 sixes, replacing Kushal Pereira, and Upul Taranga was not out on 39 of 37, 1 4 and 3 sixes, and this will give them a lot of confidence now moving to the finals with Bangladesh in the tri-series. Suranga Lakmal, as I said, was man of the match. So, as I said, now Zimbabwe, for them, it's whatever matches they will be playing before the final, it would be a mere formality in the sense they just have to pack their bags home now. But Bangladesh and Sri Lanka have already entered the finals of the tri-series. Well, now let's have a look at the second T20. As far as second T20 was concerned, for Pakistan, it was played at Auckland as at Eden Park, and as I said yesterday, it's a ground where it's a small ground, and even miss-hits can carry for 6s. And Pakistan have realized that, and Pakistan batsmen, right from the word go, they knew only one way to bat, and that was to really throw the bat at the ball. And especially Fakhar Zaman was looking terrific, and in fact he was the man who actually picked up the man of the match award for his splendid 50 of 28. That was 5 fours and 3 sixes, and this was the first time that Pakistan opening batsmen put up a very good opening partnership. The highest was 14, can you believe it, in the series, in the tour of New Zealand. And Fakhar Zaman and Ahmed Shahzad gave an electric start to the Pakistani innings, adding 94. And Ahmed Shahzad was also playing his strokes, and one thought that why Ahmed Shahzad was not there in the first T20, as he was specifically brought from Pakistan to New Zealand for this purpose. But nevertheless, it was a 94-run hard-hitting partnership, and Fakhar Zaman was showing, he was just showing the same form that he was showing the Champions Trophy, and he was really hitting the ball with great power and timing. And at one point of time, he went on to slam 3 consecutive sixes of Mitchell Santon, the left-arm spinner, into the terraces, and those ones were not, it was not just a 6, I would say they were huge 6s which was hit by Fakhar Zaman, especially power was tremendous. Ahmed Shahzad's contribution, 44 of 34, there were 6 fours and 1 6, and Babar Azam continued his good form, and that was good. Babar Azam was there till the end to see to it that the Pakistan scored, Pakistan passed the 200 mark to put the psychological pressure on New Zealand, as Pakistan made 201 for 4 of their 20 overs. Babar Azam was not out on 50 of 29 deliveries, 5 fours and 1 6. Sarfraz Ahmed, as I was talking about yesterday, promoted himself in the batting order, and for the first time we saw Sarfraz Ahmed come into his own as he slammed 41 of 24 deliveries, 2 fours and 3 sixes. In the end, Fahim Ashraf was out for naught, Hassan Ali was not out on 6, and 201 for 4 was a pretty good total. As far as the bowling was concerned, Trent Boult also was not spared yesterday. It didn't matter who was bowling, and the ball was disappearing for boundaries and sixes when Pakistan were batting. Trent Boult 4 was none for 37. Seth Rand's 4 overs was crashed for 47 runs with 1 wicket. Ben Wheeler was crushed for 36 runs of his 4 overs with 2 wickets. East Sodhi bowled 4 overs, none for 32. Mitchell Santner had 30 runs taken off his 2 overs, and Grandholm went for 18 of his 2 with 1 wicket. New Zealand chasing 202 runs for a victory here, definitely did not get it. In fact, Mohammad Amir produced a wonderful delivery, a nice swinging delivery onto the stumps. Colin Munro was the first victim. LBW bowled Mohammad Amir for 1 of 2 deliveries. Kane Williamson left to the bowling, trying to pull a delivery from Ruman Reis, and Haris Sohail took the catch. He was not for naught. Tom Bruce was brilliantly run out by Haris Sohail for 11. In fact, let us talk about the Pakistani fielding as well. The Pakistan fielding was totally perked up. We could see that they were sprawling on the turf to stop the runs, and probably they were really motivated after hitting 201, and probably they had a mission to accomplish here, and that's to get the win. Martin Guptill made 26 of 27 deliveries, 1-4 and 1-6 before Shadab Khan became a Shadab Khan victim. Glenn Phillips could not get much. He was gone for 5-9 balls. Grandholm was stumped by Sarfraz Ahmed. In fact, it was a wonderful befuddling delivery from Shadab Khan. He saw Colin Grandholm coming, and he slipped the ball down the leg side, and a very easy stumping for Sarfraz Ahmed. Splendidly bowled by Shadab Khan. Absolutely befuddled Grandholm, who was out for 10 of 3 deliveries with 1-4 and 1-6. He was really looking menacing with 1-6 and 1-4 in 2 balls, and the third delivery he was into the pavilion. So Shadab Khan, great job. Mitchell Santner tried his best to stem things by keeping the hopes alive. He and Ben Wheeler got into a nice entertaining partnership. But Mitchell Santner's contribution was 37 of 28 balls with 4 fours. Mohammad Amir in his second spell picked up the wicket of Mitchell Santner. Ben Wheeler, after contributing 30 of just 20 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes, was castled by Hassan Ali. East Sodhi made 15 of 12 deliveries, 1-4, 1-6. Rain Rance was out for 1 to the bowling of Fahim Ashraf. Bowled was not on, not 153 all out New Zealand, and Pakistan, as I said, on the tour of New Zealand, registering their first ever victory as they beat New Zealand by 48 runs, and basically it will be the decider on Sunday in the final T20, which would be taking place. Mohammad Amir 4 overs 228, Ruman Reis 3 overs 1 for 27, a bit costly. Fahim Ashraf 3.3 overs 3 for 22, Hassan Ali 1 for 27, Shadab Khan 4 overs 2 for 37, but Fakhar Zaman was the one who really took the cake, I would say, because for some splendid batting against the New Zealand bowling. So without any further ado, let's shift on to the Wanderers in Johannesburg, where, as I said, we are talking about the second day's play between India and South Africa. As you know, South Africa resuming on the overnight score yesterday with Hashim Amla at the crease, and Kagiso Rabada was the one who was at the crease at that time. And let's have a look at the card as to what really happened. So we are talking about the so I'm just trying to get to that right now, so basically it was the first thing was, it was Rabada who was there, the night watchman, along with Hashim Amla, as you know, and Hashim Amla, well, he continued to play strokes, and definitely it was a bit frustrating for India, as Kagiso Rabada was showing some nice I would say nice pluck, as even though the Indian bowlers were really bowling well, I thought, but Mohammad Shami was a bit guilty. He was one who was actually spraying the ball. Probably also he bowled a lot of no balls and wides as well, which was really not good according to me. But what a partnership! I mean, India probably thought that they would get this pair. As you know, Dean Elgar was out yesterday. Dean Elgar was out today actually, India got a breakthrough actually. They got a breakthrough when Dean Elgar's wicket was taken. But after that, what one saw was Kagiso Rabada, the night watchman, along with when Hashim Amla joined the night watchman, we saw runs were just coming in. And Kagiso Rabada, not only was he defending well, he was also playing some nice strokes as well. In fact, one of the strokes that he played, probably it was like a sort of a mirror stroke of his opposite partner Hashim Amla, as he put a ball which was actually coming onto the off stump with a beautiful wristy flick through the square leg region for a boundary, and definitely did not seem like a night watchman at all. And Hashim Amla and from 16, so 16 for 2, it was Dean Elgar was the first wicket to go. Dean Elgar was really tested by Kumar, and finally I would say Dean Elgar was removed out of his misery, as Elgar was caught by Patel at the bowling of Kumar for 4. Rabada making 30, and that was the partnership which was really worrying India, because the night watchman Rabada had pushed the score on to 80, and that was the time finally Rabada fell a victim, as Ishan Sharma picked up his wicket for 30 with 6 boundaries. Hashim Amla was the highest scorer, scoring 61 with 7 boundaries. Played some nice crisp strokes, as he's known for, but it was the start of Jasprit Bumrah getting into the act. In fact, Hashim Amla's wicket was taken by Bumrah. Bumrah used the short pitch stuff in a very nice manner today, and Kumar clean bowled AB de Villiers. That was a big wicket for India for 5, and then Du Plessis was cleaned up by Jasprit Bumrah by disturbing his timber for 8 with 1 boundary. Quinton de Kock was caught behind of Bumrah, and then Bumrah went on to take 5 wickets in the match. It was his maiden 5-wicket haul in Test cricket. Vernon Philander actually extended the South African innings by playing an innings of 35 with 5 boundaries, defied the Indian bowlers, but Mohammad Shami picked that solitary wicket of his, and Feluquayo was LBW bowled Bumrah. Nigiri was caught by Patel at the bowling Bumrah for not. Morkel was not out on 9 with 2 boundaries, and the South Africans ended up with 194 all out on the board, thus conceding, thus getting only a very slender 7 runs lead in the test. And as far as the bowling is concerned, let's have a look at Jasprit Bumrah, who got his maiden 5-wicket haul in Test cricket. Splendid bowling spell from Jasprit Bumrah, 18.5 overs, 2 maidens, 54 runs and 5 wickets, give him a lot of confidence. Kumar 19 overs, 9 maidens, 44 runs and 3 wickets. Ishan Sharma 1 for 33, 1 for 46 for Mohammad Shami, and with 7 runs lead, India walked into the middle. The openers, India decided to do some changes. They decided to have Murli Vijay and Parthiv Patel open the innings. Parthiv Patel played a few good strokes for boundaries, but then Philander picked up his wicket to give them the breakthrough. So Parthiv Patel was out for 16 with 3 boundaries, and KL Rahul was actually, I would say, demoted. He was put to 1 drop, but I thought that exercise, which was whoever thought so, probably did it with a sort of a reason, and I think KL Rahul definitely did well to be unbeaten on 16 with 2 boundaries, giving company to Murli Vijay, the opener, was not out on 13 with 1 boundary, and the Indian score at 49 for 1, so essentially they were 42 runs ahead with the 7 runs clipped off of the total. Bowling, Philander was the wicket taker, 5 was 1 for 11, Rabada none for 19. So we still have the third day's play coming up. As I said, this pitch on the last day, according to me, is going to be more tougher. So it's very essential that India can score as much runs as possible, and then probably hope to actually bowl out South Africa. And as I said, it's not an easy pitch. It's a very difficult pitch. It's going to be a low-scoring one, probably low-scoring than. But India, I think, have definitely done well to eke out 49 runs in the second innings just for a wicket. So, but as I said, the third day's play will be interesting. So the onus will be on India to extend the score as much as possible. Probably a 200 score also on this pitch for South Africa, according to me, would prove a bit tough as well. But again, as I said, the third day's play will determine things as to what would really happen. And the pitch is it's showing a lot of bounce. There's a lot of exaggerated movement, so one does not know if the pitch there might be a lot of cracks on the pitch, and once it hits the cracks, how the ball will move. So it's a very tricky situation developing on the third day at Wanderers in Johannesburg. Well, dear fans and subscribers, always a pleasure bringing you this daily cricket show of mine, Cricket Happenings. Hope you all enjoyed it. You'll be seeing me tomorrow on my next cricket broadcast. Until then, good night.